I just wanted to do a quick video on wrap application to show you how simple and easy it really is. So what I've got is my mini heater, which is also, you can just basically have any heat source. So like a hairdryer is a common replacement, and also like a toaster. Like seriously, I've heard of different people using different things, car heater. So the first thing I'm gonna do is buff. So what buffing does is gives a surface for the nail wrap to adhere to. And because I've painted my nails, they're glossy, so I want to take off that gloss so that the wrap can adhere to it. The other thing I do is I do wash my hands, I've already done it, in dishwashing detergent. And what that does is defat or get rid of any oils that are on your fingers. And wraps and oils do not match. The other thing is I know what finger best suits my wraps. So trial and error is probably the best way, but certainly smaller rather than larger is better. And don't mind the gap along the sides of your nails. The next thing I do is chop my wraps on the sheet, and then I use my orange sticks. Some people use tweezers. Once again, just a personal choice. And then I actually do the cold application method. And so what I do is I will apply the wrap a little bit above, as even in the middle as I can, and I'm shaking like a leaf, of course. And then I check there to see if the wrap is in the middle and can wrap either side of the nail. So it looks the middle to me. And then I'll heat down the center of the wrap for 3 seconds, sometimes 1 second. I will do some metallic wraps next application. And so with metallic wraps, you can't heat them as long as you can the matte wraps and the gloss wraps. So, and then what I'm gonna do is push down the center of my nail. So wraps will like, so I'm going to push just down the center. Wraps will like pressure more than they'll like heat. So the next thing I'm going to do is heat underneath the wrap, the side, and then once it's gone a little bit wrinkly and crinkly, I'm going to then push it with my fingers. And the reason why I use my fingers is they just seem to not be too pushy or cause too much strain on the wrap, and therefore I don't get wrinkles and bits and bobs. So I find using my finger actually much better, and I tend to, I'll do it again, and I'll try and do it slower this time. So I'm heating underneath the wrap, so that activates the adhesive from the bottom as opposed from the top. And then I'm gonna get my finger and I'm gonna push from the center down, push from the center down to the bottom, and then push from the center up, and just keep pushing until I feel like that wrap is adhered. So once I've done it with my fingers, I then get my cuticle pusher and I push all the way over the nail, and I just ensure that it's all adhered to and that we have a nice even pressure all over the nail. Then I let the wrap cool down. You can do another heat if you want to, and sometimes I do, and then another heat and press, particularly of the tip. And then I'm just going to do another press on the bench. And that just makes sure every part of the nail has adhesive on it and is no wrinkles, no crinkles, no creases, and it's on. So then the next thing I'm going to do is let it cool down from being heated, which doesn't take long, and I'm going to then file the nail off, the wrap, not the nail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's my thumb. And look, I find my thumb is a little bit wider. And another little trick I use is my thumb down the bottom. Oh, I haven't prepped my thumb now that I say that. So if you do forget to prep, the wrap will stay on, but it may fall off after a few days. Things that will make wraps fall off is smooth surfaces where the adhesive can't cling to the surface. The other thing that will cause wrap removal is oils, and so if you don't de-oil your nails and you have, so for example, if you have oily hair, you will have oily skin as well. So they go hand in hand. And so you really need to ensure that you remove all those oils from your nails. And some people, before they apply their wrap, just give it a quick wipe with isopropyl alcohol, which is our prep cleanser. Or you can buy the alcohol wipes that you get from the chemist. They will remove the most oil. The other thing I do with my thumb is my thumb is quite flat along the bottom. And so I just trim the base because the base of the wrap is quite curvy. So I just trim that off flat. And then I don't see the corners of my nails behind the wrap like I used to when I first started applying. So then I have a flat edge for my flat thumb. And then I place the wrap in the center, trying not to touch the cuticle. And I think we're pretty good. So once again, I heat the center. And you can keep your mini heater going if you want. It's just easy and quick and it's safe. And then just down the bottom, across the middle of the wrap. From the bottom to the top I generally do. And back again. And then underneath. This is an application I found the best for me. Everyone would be, like every person has a different technique, and that's fine. Certainly practice makes perfect with wraps. And also matte wraps and gloss wraps are the easiest wraps in terms of getting no crinkles and lifts along the edges, but also pressure while the adhesive is activated. Like we've activated the adhesive with heat. And so while it will be activated, that adhesive, now that we've heated it and pressed it, it'll be active for about 2 to 3 hours while it's setting. So after you've done wrap application, try not to wash your hands, try not to have a shower, try not to wash the dishes. Yay, that's always my favorite. Once you've done wrap application. And once again, I'll actually go back, and every time in the next hour or two, I'll just with my hands, just rub the wrap down, because the wrap's been flat and we want it to go curved over our nail. And so we have to kind of force it down so that it adheres to our nail. And like I said, if you're doing metallics, really, really light heat, 1 second is really all it's needed to activate that adhesive. And so overheating that wrap will actually make it more difficult to apply and cause more problems. So I'm been perfecting my technique on glossy ones like this so that I can improve for metallics. Right, now when I go one way, down. So if I were to go that way or that way, I would actually lift that wrap, because that adhesive's still activated and not actually set yet. It will lift the wrap off my nail and also cause lift problems later on at the tip. So, and one other thing is I find I use a rough file first and then a fine file second, so that it has a nice smooth surface to for me, not for the wraps. I hate it when it feels a bit furry on the end. So yeah, that is a wrap. And I'll pull these off. And like I said, I'll go back and just rub them over and over just to make sure they've adhered, and there we go. Got beautiful wraps ready to go. So that took me like 8 minutes and I waffled. So if I wasn't waffling, I'd be even quicker. So yeah, have a great day. See ya.